What's up, y'all? So listen, right? So y'all know I do hair, right? So sometimes, like, if I have a hair client that, passed, or just somebody I know that die, I'll go do their hair and like makeup, male or female at the funeral home, for the services. So this one time I had to go to a funeral home and do this particular person makeup and hair. So, I get in the back and they usually already had a body set up for me. So they had the lady, body laying on the bed, and they usually put, it's almost like that thing they use at the nail salon to hold your feet up, but it hold the back of their head up. So their head is elevated up off the table while the rest of their body laying down. So, I go in, I set up all my supplies and stuff, and I start, doing what I need to do. So the room next to me is a room in the back where they actually like embalm bodies and stuff. So the two guys that work in the back at this funeral home, they like older guys. They got to be every bit of like 58 to 62, like somewhere in that category. They like old. So they in the back there, this is what they do every day. So it ain't nothing for them to just have casual conversation around bodies and stuff like that. Me, I always just be in there by myself, just quiet, just doing what I gotta do. So they back there doing bodies and stuff. You could just, hear them talking and chatting and stuff. So I'm doing me. So they get to this, I guess they get to this one particular body that they're supposed to embalm. And it's like a heavy set older lady, I guess. So the one man said to the other guy, and at this point, I can't see them. They just in the other room. But I know them from coming to this funeral home before. Like, I know the two older guys is back there, so I know who talking. So the one guy asked the other guy, he's like, we got to do her. And why you looking like that? So he's like, man, let me tell you about this one. So I'm thinking like, oh, Lord. So he like, let me tell you about this one. So I'm going to just put it like this. It'd be a difference when different races of people pass away. People have a different culture and they have a different way of dealing with stuff. So he's like, white people, when we get to their house to pick up a body after everything done settled down, you hear little sniffles, a little bit of cries and stuff, little soft stuff. For the most part, they keep it together. He talking about, but black people, they holler. Oh, they holler. So at this point, I'm like, what the fuck? So he proceeded to tell the other man the story about this particular lady. So he like, you see how her knees let up like that? I guess she had hardened in a position where her knees were like up or not in a flat out, straight out position. So he was like, well, when we got to the house, she must have died on the side of the bed and slipped down onto the ground because she fell like in a kneel down position. And one of her hands was on the dresser. So I guess the lady like died and fell off the bed and fell down like on a kneel down position. And one of her hands were on the nightstand. So she fell in an awkward position. But apparently she must have been there for a while because rigor mortis or whatever had already set in and her body had started to harden in that position. So the man was like, we get there and the house ain't got no goddamn air conditioning. It's hot as hell in there. The family must not have been checking on her because if she passed, how the hell she get the rigor mortis get to set in and she get hard in that position? Somebody should have found her when she first died. So I'm like, oh Lord, listen to this fool. So he going on telling the other man the story. So he like, so when I get in there to get her, she hard in this position and then she heavier. So it's hard for me to pick her up. So he like, I'm sweating, my goddamn back hurting. And he named another man, I guess that was there that helped him pick the lady body up. So he like, me and so-and-so, we're trying to pick her up. It took us goddamn 3 or 4 tries to get her up on the thing to roll out of there. So I'm like, oh Lord. But I'm in a funeral home setting, so I don't know if it's okay to laugh or not laugh or what. So the man like, and this ain't the bad part. The bad part come in while we in here struggling to pick her ass up. She got 2 relatives. They come in with this goddamn hollering. So I guess they must have just found out she died. So I'm like, this man is a fool. So he like, the auntie come in and she just started with the hollering. Woo! Woo! So he do this like, no lie, like 5 times in a row. He trying to explain to the other man how annoying this hollering and crying is. So he like, if that ain't enough, another lady come in and she start hollering too. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm in here trying to keep it together because I really just want to die laughing. But it's another room on the side of me where people gonna hear me if I just bust out laughing. So I'm trying to do what I gotta do, keep it together, but I'm listening to these fools in the back. So he like, it felt like about 10, 15 minutes. We trying to get our body up on the damn thing, and these two hollering. So I'm just like, I can't even keep it together. So I bust out fucking laughing immediately. So somebody come walk in the room where I'm at, and they all serious. Is everything okay? So I got to like play it off. I'm like, I apologize, I'm on the phone. So I point to my ear like I got like a Bluetooth piece in. So they leave out. So I'm like, oh my God, I feel so embarrassed. I done fucking gave out a fucking loud laugh at these people's funeral home. So